In today's video for the first Berserker Khazan, I'm going to be going over one of the most powerful armor sets in the game, and in my opinion probably the best one you can get hold of if you're using those dual wields, and that's going to be the BloodThirsty Fiend set. This set, it's got great aesthetics, looks really cool, but other than that, the actual set piece bonuses that you get on it are absolutely amazing. When you start putting this set together, you're going to get swift attack damage increase, swift attack spirit accumulation, enemy exhausted and attack health regeneration, which is just amazing on its own. But also we're going to have other ways to replenish our health as well, which is going to be when we put our 6-piece together, and that's going to be with our Gal Doom skill. Now the icing on the cake to this is going to be the headpiece and the actual BloodThirsty Fiend dual wield, because these both give you great fixed stats, with the headpiece allowing a little bit of regeneration in your build whenever you brink guard, and the dual wield giving you the phantom bloody sword dance. Now I've only just swapped over to this, so I'm very lackluster with the combos and such, but even just kind of using this from the start makes you feel really powerful once you equip this set. Main thing for that is going to be your Phantom Sword Dance. This thing is crazy good. It allows phantoms to come out whenever you're using one of your 2 swift attack skills that you've chosen, giving you a whole bunch of extra damage and looking really awesome in the process. Of course, if you also got that epic dual wield going on, you can enhance this even further, doing a little bit more damage because it's going to give you the Phantom Bloody Sword Dance. On top of that though, don't forget as standard, you'll be using things such as Gal to increase your damage, and right down the bottom, Gal Doom, which is just so good as a 6-piece bonus. This is going to give you crazy high damage whenever you're just spamming light attacks, but also it's going to allow you to get some health recovery going on in your build as well. Now with a standard setup, I haven't gone all out and changed or augmented it whatsoever, but just making sure I had 6 pieces on gave me absolutely everything I needed to see just how powerful this set really is. Remember, if you're using the epic dual wield, it is going to work out slightly more powerful overall. If you haven't got that and you're just going with the normal set, anything lower is still going to work out absolutely amazing. Here in the background was the first time I equipped these, just jumped into a boss fight just to see how they're going, and the damage is kind of on the insane side considering I've not anywhere near min-maxed it and didn't really know how it was kind of going to all come together. But as you can see, this thing looks pretty crazy with all the combos coming off, and the health of the bosses just absolutely disintegrates. Going over to our trusty test dummy, and light attacks are something you want to get used to using a lot of, as these are going to be kind of bread and butter of your build. Remember, as standard, you're not going to actually be able to bring out those phantoms unless you've got the epic version of the weapon, but even if you haven't, whenever you're using Phantom Sword Dance, it does really good damage whenever you're going into your skill move. Honestly, this is one of the strongest sets I've seen in the game and can make some of the bosses look absolutely ridiculous as you melt their health away without even trying. Again though, if you have got the epic weapon, chuck that on, and now even when you're using your standard attacks, you're also going to get those phantoms coming out, making you a lot more powerful, as even if you're running low on stamina or can't do any flashy combos, you're also going to be getting a lot of additional damage. Of course, like we saw earlier, the other great thing you saw with this set is that you've got ways to regenerate your health. So if things are going wrong and you're taking a bit of a beating, the battle's not going in your favour, you're getting your health knocked down, maybe you're running a little bit low on your health potions and such, then just brink guarding is also going to regenerate a little bit of your health, as you're going to get that health recovery over time. Up to 5 stacks is going to be your max. But like we saw earlier, if you want even more than that, then you're going to use your 6-piece bonus, which is going to be your Gal Doom. This is going to allow you to do a whole bunch of damage with your light attacks, but also if you've taken some damage recently, you're also going to have a way to recoup it. I absolutely love this. I think this is one of the best 6-piece set bonus in the game, and it actually outshines pretty much all of the spirit arts you get on all of the other weapons. For how much damage you can do and the fact that it can regenerate your health, it is pretty much on the borderline overpowered side, which is great to see because sometimes without things like this, dual wield seemed a little bit on the lackluster on some occasions, but with a setup like this, it becomes completely devastating and, like I said, a little bit overpowered. Now, this video isn't going to be a full build guide. I'll be putting one of those together once I know exactly what modifiers to roll on the armor pieces and how to perfect the build a bit and make it exceptionally strong. But for the moment, one other thing I would mention, if you think you can get away with kind of swapping out the headpiece, because you have still got other means of regen going on in this build, then one thing you can do, go to dungeon once you've collected quite a few of the jar lints, and you'll be able to swap it out for one of the powerful jar heads. Probably the best would be the bewildered jar, as it's going to give you extra damage for that extra willpower. Either that, or if you need to get rid of a little bit of weight, then the most special jar is going to work out nicely, giving you an extra bit of strength. But the fact that it actually negates one piece of your set piece requirements means you can slot it in nice and effective, still maintain that 6-piece for your Phantom Spirit skill, and then you'll also be able to slot in a few nice pieces for your jewellery slots. One thing I would say, if you can, probably picking up this ring, the strategist ring, is going to work out really well, as if you're like me, from time to time you will get caught out because you'll be trying to hit them way too many times than you probably should have with your combo attacks because of how much damage you'll be doing to the boss's health. This negates a bit of damage and can really help you to stand in those tough fights. Now that's all great, but you might be thinking, how exactly do I get hold of this set? So what we're going to do, I'm going to chuck on the BloodThirsty Fiend scroll location and then show you exactly what you're going to need to collect in order to create these armor pieces and weapon. So in order to grab it, what you're going to want to do, go to the Heart of Pearl Lost teleporter, and then you're going to want to go over to the Vassar Gate, the last sentinel, with the checkpoint being the Sentinel's Fortress. What you're going to do, start off, just turn right, make sure you go straight up these stairs, keep making your way round, and then just keep going all the way forward. You can actually get past pretty much all of these enemies, so you don't have to take them out if you don't want to. And then you're going to want to get to the end and open this door right here. Then just keep making your way through. Make sure you turn left, go all the way to the end, and then right at the end you can want to turn left once more. Now watch out, because there is kind of a big enemy here, so you might want to avoid him. But just keep making your way down and round until you get all the way over to this part where you're going to be making it up some stairs. Now at the top here you don't have to go left, but I think it's probably best because you'll be able to open up a shortcut. So go all the way to the very end, you'll be able to open up the door, and then you'll be able to get here easier just in case anything goes wrong. But back to the main way we want to go, you're going to head back to where you previously were, and then you're just going to go right back up the staircase. And at the top here you're going to turn left, make it a little bit further down the corridor, keep making your way through until you get to the outside where you're going to turn left once more. Then go into this prison cell, pop down, and then just head out of this exit, make your way round, and just on the floor right in front of this kind of bloodied fountain is going to be the item you're after, the BloodThirsty Fiend scroll. Now you can create all of this armor set back at your blacksmith, but you do need the key ingredient, which is going to be a boss drop, and for that we're going to have to go to the Vassar Gate again, and then the mission you want to go to is going to be the Corruptor's Fortress, but this time the final checkpoint, the Vampire's Gate. To get this resource you're going to need to take down Scalpel, so hopefully you're kitted out enough for him not to be too tough a fight. Then fingers crossed this will drop for you, because they have recently upped the actual drop chance of these epic resources, and you're going to need one of these blood soaked stone shards for pretty much every piece of gear you'll be crafting from that set. Honestly though, even though it is a bit of a grind, I found this to be one of the most fun sets to use in the game. Absolutely overwhelming on some enemies, looks absolutely amazing, and dished out enough damage to make it all seem worth it. But yeah, hopefully that's helped a few of you guys and girls out. There's going to be loads more content away from me because I'm still really enjoying the game. As always, for all things gaming, take care. I'll see you on the next day.